7. Is this an important right? Explain.
In a new language arts project at Colonial Middle School, 8th grade students recognized the United Nations International Day of Peace by studying the UN's Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
It's nice to learn what you get to do and the privileges that you have by being a human.
Representatives from different legal and cultural backgrounds drafted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948 as a common set of standards for all people in all nations. It defines 30 rights, including the right to own property, to move around freely within your country, to peacefully assemble and to receive an education, while prohibiting acts like slavery and torture. The students reflected on each right and added their thoughts and opinions on large displays in the hallway. Later, they created poems and illustrations that will be compiled into a book to be housed in the school library and talked about what rights spoke most to them.
I chose Don't Discriminate because I believe that everyone, no matter what their race, gender, or sexuality is, they should all have the same rights.
I think my favorite right was marriage and family, that you should be able to marry or date who you want, no matter their gender, race, or anything that could discriminate someone, and we should be able to be family with who we want.
In their classrooms, the 8th graders also discussed what these human rights look like in the United States and world, as well as who is responsible for making sure these rights are followed.
I noticed a lot of people were commenting on the marriage thing. Yeah. But I saw also some negative ones. My thing is, if you have nothing good to say about it, then why write it down? Right.
Everybody should be treated with respect, and that no one should be left out of that because we're all human, so we should all have rights.
It doesn't matter where we're from or our backgrounds or race, religion, other stuff like that. That we're all equal.
The idea that some people are left out when it comes to human rights is a recurring theme in 8th grade English language arts, where the students will read Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave, and The Diary of Anne Frank. The Human Rights Project will help provide the students with a framework they can use throughout the year to describe and explain what they read.
The curriculum and all of the texts lend themselves really nicely to students analyzing how throughout history there has been so much struggle, so much oppression, discrimination, and the kids usually really do attach on to these ideas and feel, the empathy for them.
The Human Rights Project shows connections between social studies and English language arts and is an example of interdisciplinary learning, where concepts within the lesson come from more than one subject area. Interdisciplinary learning helps students become more flexible thinkers and is one way that teachers bring STEAM into the classroom.